It's your girl Alexis Davis, and I'm back with a new video. So I haven't did like a story time video in a while, and I feel like, you know, it's about time. When I was a young child, very small, I'm small now, but just a little bit smaller, I have always been super sheltered. I ain't never been in these streets ever in my life, right? But I'll still beat a bitch. I'm gonna give y'all some backstory before we get into this whole story time situation, because it's kind of a lot but not really at the same time. But I need you to understand me as a person. When I was in middle school, I had a very good friend. Now she's not that good, but when I was friends with her, she was like, let's give her a name. What should I name her? Barbie. Let's name her Barbie. Me and Barbie was super tight. Like, I think I met her when I got out of 5th grade. So like really young. How old are you when you're in 5th grade? You know, because I don't know. I remember we created like this MySpace page, because this is back when MySpace was lit, when everybody was on it. Facebook who? There was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was no Twitter. It was just MySpace, and MySpace was lit. I was on MySpace, and my thing was pretty cute and stuff. I remember it was so much fun. I wish Instagram would allow you to have like music on your profile and we could change it. That would be, if they created that, you heard this shit here first. I came up with it. They need to cut me a check, but I think that's a brilliant idea. On MySpace, back in the day, we used to well, in the hood, I don't know where you grew up, but in my hood we had like teams, right? And that would just be like the thing that we did. I remember my sister, my older sister, she had a little team name or whatever for her and her friends and some of my cousins, right? So I remember telling my friend Barbie, like, we should have a team too, like, let's just do that. So she's like, oh yeah, cool. So she's like, what should our name be? And I'm the mind, right? I'm the brain. I was like, oh, we should do TRB, because it sounds nice to just say TRB. I don't know why, but I thought Team Reckless Bitches. Reckless? Who is reckless? I not reckless. So we like Team Reckless Bitches. We make a MySpace page for it. I think she kind of started it. I like added some stuff. We was like recruiting people. Like, we was like, okay, like bad bitches, but it wasn't like anything crazy. Like, sometimes we would see each other, sometimes we wouldn't. Now, right, other groups are out here thriving, but these other groups are like in the street. So keep this in mind, they're in the street. I'm not in the street. My best friend was not in the street. Like, she was a hoe, but she wasn't in the street like that. Like, we wasn't out there rustling and tussling. That's not us. Like, I'm little, okay? I was not out there doing nothing crazy like that. There were different groups. There was like male groups, female groups, or whatever, that would like hit us up because they would do like team collabs. And I swear, if y'all never did this when y'all was younger, I'm gonna be so embarrassed, because like, why did we do this? But anyways, they would do like team collabs. So I remember it was a guy team, right? And their shit was like 1090 something, like 1090 boys. And that should be a red flag right there, right? 1090. What the hell isn't that something crazy? Isn't that crazy? Or something like that. I think this group was going on for some months, because I remember we lost a lot of members. We got a lot of members. Like, it was on and off, but we weren't like focused on it. We just had a little friend group, and then we would just change the MySpace page. It was more so like changing the MySpace page that was like the best part of all of this, right? So my best friend Barbie, she leaves the group. Like, she just left the group. A lot of like the original people just left the group, and I just kind of was the person that was left behind, just changing stuff, right? There's this other female group, and let's call them 123, because I can't remember their name or their letters or anything like that. But 123 girls of 123 was like,
hey, let's collab, TRB 123, what's that?
And I'm like, oh my god, yeah, like, because now all my friends done left the group. Like, I'm still kind of cool with them, but not really. Like, y'all left the group, bitch, y'all left me hanging. So I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like, I don't have a lot of friends. Like, I don't leave the house. So talking to the leader, like, now I'm talking to the leader of 123. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, girl, ha ha ha, laughing, getting to know her. She's so sweet, like, she's a good person, right? We're talking, and she's like,
oh, you should join our team, 123.
And I was like, oh, okay, like, sure, like, that's what's up. Like, what y'all want me to do? Thinking that they're gonna be like, oh, like, send a picture or something, like, we're gonna put you. I didn't think anything of it, because in TRB, we didn't do nothing but put pictures on MySpace. That's all we did. We didn't do nothing else. We hung out a couple of times. I'm thinking I want to hang out. Let me go ask my mama and see if I could go hang out with y'all. She might say no, but, like, let me ask. So, I'm like, okay, y'all, okay, like, cool, what I gotta do? She like,
oh no, like, all you gotta do is just, like, we hang out. She's like, and then you gotta, like, fight some girl.
And I'm like, fight some girl? I'm like rereading, I literally remember rereading the message like, fight some girl. And then I'm such, like, when I was younger, I was such a kind-hearted, sweet soul that I was not with no fighting nothing. I'm like, what? Like, fight what? I would defend myself. I would defend the fuck out of myself, but I'm not. Like, what you mean just fight somebody? So I'm like, what you mean fight somebody? And she like,
you gotta fight somebody, and once you fight somebody, you could be in a gang.
Or the group. No, I don't want to say gang. She ain't say gang. She said the group. I'm like, I don't want to be in this. I don't want to do this. But I'm such a people pleaser. So I couldn't say no. Like, I couldn't say, I don't want to do this. Like, this is not cool to me. I don't fuck with this. Like, leave me alone. I was just like, oh, like, is there any other way I could join the group? Any other way? Charity work, anything. So she's just trying to give me different, like, scenarios that I could do to, like, fight. She was like,
you could fight a girl in the team, or you could just fight some girl on the street.
I'm like, some girl on the street? What are you guys doing? So I'm just like, okay, enough is enough. And I think I remember, I feel like either I really wanted to tell my mom, or I told my mom, like, they trying to make me fight. And she was like, you are not fighting. That sounds like a gang. And I was like, no, I don't. And then I was like, hey, unfortunately, on my little computer, hey, unfortunately, I can't join the gang. My mama said no, and I gotta go. Thank you. Goodbye. So I remember whatever I wrote, it wasn't that exactly, obviously, but I wrote something that was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll just stay over here in TRB and, fuck that. I think I deleted the whole MySpace. I was just done. It was just like, this was an era. This was a moment, and now it's over. But I ended up like telling her like, nah, it's not me, blah, 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 blah. Then I remember after elementary school, I think I was in middle school, probably like 6th, 7th grade. No, I was in 6th grade. And she has a sister that was in my middle school. And I remember seeing her like, oh shit, like, I wonder like how's homegirl doing and all that shit. Kid you not. And this is not even funny. This is not funny in any way at all. Why did this girl die? Like, she got stabbed in like one of our buildings in the projects. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was almost about to be in a whole gang. Like, and my intentions was just like making friends and just, very just a follower. And look what happens. Like, when you like, moral of the story is, don't be a follower. Do not be a people pleaser. Whenever you feel like this something is not for you, don't try to do it to be cool. Because I really wanted to be cool. I ain't really, when I grew up, I was just trying to be like I don't know. And I watch a lot of Disney Channel, and I feel like in Disney Channel there's always that main character and a lot of followers, and I never felt like a main character when I was younger. Oh my god, this is so sad. How do we get I never felt like a main character, so I was like, oh well, guess I'm just a follower. I felt like, this time I could not be a follower. It was just not for me. I'm not fit to be in nobody's gang. I don't want to fight people on the street. I don't want to fight people in a gang. And yeah, RIP to her. Like I said, because I feel like we were all so young. It should never be that serious to be in like gang violence and stuff like that. That shit is crazy. Like, stuff like that is really insane, and people have to be safe, bro. So I'm like, bro, like, imagine what could have happened to me if I actually was in a gang. I would be completely different from who I am now. And I like me right now. So, like I said, and I don't even talk to Barbie no more. Barbie, she out there sucking. But yeah, like I said, kids, don't join gangs. Have your own mind. Think for yourself. Speak up for yourself. If you don't want to do something doesn't feel right, don't fucking do that shit. And if somebody is peer pressuring you to do something, call me. Email me, my email below. Subscribe to the channel too, because if you don't, nah, I'm playing. I would dead ass, like, I used to stand up for a lot of bullies in school. And I was a bully at some point too. I feel like, you know, and we being honest here, I've you know, but always been a follower though. Not anymore. I'm a leader. Leader. Okay. But that's it. Oh my god, I'm gonna flip the camera. Alright, that was, you know, my story time about how I almost joined the gang. The gang leader unfortunately lost her life. And just stay out of trouble, y'all. Don't get in no fucking trouble. Be blessed. I love y'all. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe too, because I'm not playing with y'all. How many times I gotta come on here and tell y'all to subscribe to my channel? If y'all don't want me to grow and you want to be a fucking hater, be a hater somewhere else. Okay? Yeah. So I accidentally left this part out of the story, but come to find out, when I got older, like recently, I was talking to my sister and she told me that that whole group that she had was to make fun of people who are in groups like that. I created a whole gang because my sister was making fun of people who was over here making teams and gangs. Don't be a follower. Do not be a follower. Have a nice day. I love y'all. Bye.